Hey, my beautiful people.
Hi,
Welcome to Grownish.
and growing.
I'm Nadiria.
And I'm Dayana.
We're trying to figure out why our video looks so dark.
We don't deserve this.
Yeah, but maybe it won't look like that once we actually finish recording. But anyway, how are you? I know it's been a while since this is what, our third episode? Fourth
Fourth.
episode. Fourth episode. We've been giving you some little, what do you call them, Dayana? Mukbangs?
Oh, yeah. Mukbangs.
Mukbangs.
Everybody says it different.
But we went on a little vacay, and so now we're back. I literally been in the bed since we've been back.
I've been
Literally.
working and in bed.
But today, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Please. It's important.
Like it's the end of the world. Yes. It is important, though, to promote us.
Yeah. Like yeah.
We're trying to be invited to conferences.
Yeah. We trying to be on a big stage.
Exactly. YouTube conferences.
Yeah. I applied for a TED Talk. Did I tell you that?
Yeah, what happened?
I haven't heard anything, but that would be so dope if I get it. So today's topic is what?
Generational wisdom.
Oh, that's a good one. So basically, things that have been passed down from generations within our family, things we're going to continue to do traditionally, and things we're like, no, we're not going to do that. So, what are some things? Let's see.
I have the hiccups.
Okay. They can still hear you just because you whisper. You know that, right?
Well, yeah, I wanted them to hear.
Oh, okay.
That's the point. I don't want to be too loud.
And y'all chime in. What are some generational traditions, rituals? What do you call it? Wisdoms?
I would call them traditions.
Yeah, any of those things. What are some that have passed down? What are some that you're going to keep? Some that you... Let's talk about holidays.
That was gonna be my first one.
You want to start there?
Yeah, not gonna force my kids to help put up a Christmas tree.
Are you saying that we forced you?
Not forced, but pushed.
And again, that's tradition. That was just what we did. Christmas was the biggest holiday in our house.
I don't know why.
I agree now, which is funny. Back then, it was like, oh no, we having Christmas.
I understand it's Jesus's birthday, but the part of the Santa and the gifts is just...
How do we really know?
Diabolical.
Ooh, that scared me. I thought that was a bug. It's my whole mind.
Diabolical.
So what is your plan? Do you have a plan?
Well, as they get... Well, I'm going to tell them Santa isn't real from the jump. I'll probably get them gifts to start. Just say gifts come from us and from Jesus, who has blessed us to give you these gifts. And as they get older, I'm going to let them decide.
Mm. So we started off kind of that way, as she said. But as we got older, we made it more into travel, like trying to go somewhere, have a new experience instead of buying gifts and stuff like that. I'm not going to say no name. Shout out to somebody that's a sister friend of mine who told my child that Santa didn't exist.
Oh,
she knows who she is.
Guys, I'm scratching because I got a bug bite. Don't judge me.
Oh, goodness. Anyway, so yeah, what about Thanksgiving? Oh, God.
I don't like that holiday. Yeah. I don't really care for the food. The food don't smack.
It's a lie, y'all. It's a lie. I know. We did that too. For us, it's about family now. It's more about, no?
No, that is.
I'm like, wait,
no, I was thinking of this TikTok. There's this TikTok of this old man talking about Thanksgiving. And he's like going on a rant about how it's basically the slaughter of people.
Literally, that's what it is. So
and the TikTok's funny. That's why I'm laughing, not because the situation's funny.
No, we figured that. You're not that dark.
No.
Any other holidays? Those are like the two
Easter's
biggest.
What
about Halloween?
I know it's supposed to worship the devil, but I think it's fun for kids to dress up.
I think
and get candy. That's exciting.
Yeah, I think
I would just explain to them, like, this is just a fun holiday. Like, I'm not gonna go into details.
It's about the fun. It's not, and getting candy.
And it's around my birthday, so
that's true.
it's a Scorpio season. We gotta be in the festivities.
Yeah.
I don't know. My holidays are probably gonna be New Year's, Juneteenth.
Shout out to Juneteenth coming up.
Halloween, like I said, for fun. And we'll do a Christmas, just not the traditional Christmas.
Yeah. So what are y'all, what are some traditions around y'all holidays? What are the holidays that we maybe didn't talk about that y'all, sorry, I'm playing my little space buns, that y'all,
I cannot.
it is such a retwist time. But I'm riding it out. So what up? Let's see. What about traditions around relationships?
Valentine's
Marriage.
Day. Oh.
No, not holidays, but just relationships in general. Like
anniversaries?
No, not holiday wise, but just in general. Like, are there traditions around what relationships should look like? How do you form relationships? Like, for example,
communication.
No.
What? Okay, give me an example. Give me an example, because you're confusing me.
For example, like in one of my siblings' households, unless you're married, you cannot sleep in the same room.
I say this like now. That. I think with my kids, I'm gonna probably be more lenient with that. I say that now
because you don't have any.
But I also don't want. I want them to trust me, so I want them to be able to talk to me. So sleepovers with your significant other in high school.
Oh,
I'm probably gonna let that happen.
In high school?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
From junior year up. I mean, at that point, they're already doing everything probably under the sun. I want them to just be able to come talk to me.
But I did. Okay, so here's a question. I definitely did not allow that. I'm not judging. I'm not sure how I feel because I think one, we're making assumptions about sex.
Right.
And I think that's automatically what our brains go to, which is not necessarily true. There are people who are in relationships who are not intimate in that way. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. You not think outside the box. We told y'all. But I didn't let y'all do that. But did y'all feel like y'all could come talk to me about relationships? Honestly.
No, but just because of the stigma that you're my mom. Not because I couldn't trust you with the information or to help me and give me advice.
Okay, that's fair. Let me think. My mother was very open. So my mother had her first child when she was 16.
No,
yeah,
just kidding.
16. So she was very open with me about things like birth control and stuff like that. Whereas her mother wasn't. Like she told me you didn't talk about that. I feel like we were open. Are we keeping you up?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
I didn't. I feel like we talked about stuff like that, but it wasn't like. Well, you were older too when you started.
I was older.
Yeah, I don't know about the high school sleeping over. Yeah, that's a tough one for me, but I get it.
Like I said, this is me now. I don't know. When I have kids, we'll see. We'll see how the tables work.
Yeah. Okay. What other traditions? Let me think. We didn't really plan for this. We just picked the topic. It was like, we'll just talk. And I had all these great ideas of things to talk about until we put the camera on, and now I can't think.
No door closed, though.
Oh, so they can sleep over, but they can't have the door
you can't
closed.
have the door closed.
That's fair.
But maybe the opposite. Well, I don't know. The door closed is bold.
Them spending the night is bold.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, they're both kind of bold.
What about...
it depends what the boyfriend's mom says. Maybe if we communicate and come up with a plan.
Okay, what if it's a girlfriend's mom?
Then I'll talk to her the same and have a plan.
I'm just asking because you just said boyfriend, so I'm just asking.
What? Are you like insinuating they're lesbian or gay?
No, I'm insinuating if you have a boy child and a girl child, you're gonna have the same.
I'm gonna have the same talk.
So
no
either one, their significant others can stay over. Okay. Let's check in how many years? 10? 15? 20?
6.
Okay, we'll see in 6 years. Education, value of education. I think that's something that has been passed down.
Definitely got to value education. I'll let you do mostly what you want, but if your grades are good, but if not, we're gonna have to set some boundaries. And good as in
You did your well. I can't speak for how
no,
you're gonna be with you. For me, it was you did your best. As
no,
long as I
because you
know
did your best. You playing around.
No,
If you get an F, you did not do your best.
No, that is not necessarily true. Sometimes teachers are not good teachers. Sometimes concepts are not like easy concepts.
Mom, there's so many tests where it's like just study this study guide. That's how it was for me.
That's because that's how your brain works. Not everybody's brain works that way.
Well,
even
find
just
a way
having
so you can study it.
But maybe they haven't figured it out yet. Dang, they could spend a night. Why?
She's
They
concerned.
can spend a night, but they can't.
If their grades are
in
good.
Education.
Getting an F in every class is diabolical.
Not every class. I'm not saying that. And I'm not saying getting an F in a class. I'm saying that if I know that you have studied, you work hard, you've done everything. I feel like I was like that with y'all. If you didn't get the concept, I wasn't going to punish you.
Yeah.
Now, I will say I value traditional education more than being open to other things, which now I know better. Like, I don't feel like you have to go to college. I don't feel like you even have to do traditional high school, to be honest with you. I feel like that's not for everybody. There should be other options, but you should always seek education. That's my hard line. Now, was I like that with y'all growing up? No.
Okay.
That's the honest to goodness truth. We went to college, y'all going to college. That's just the way it's going to be. I never really thought about it in any other way.
Yeah, my kids don't have to go to college, but they have to have some idea of which direction they want to go.
What if their direction isn't a traditional way of doing things?
No, that's fine. That's what. Okay. But have a direction.
As long as they have, yeah, that's how I feel. Just have a direction of some sort. But you definitely gotta be seeking something.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
No sleepovers until you're in.
But their boyfriend and girlfriend can sleep over.
From junior year to senior year. That's a fair thing to say. No sleepovers of any kind until they're in high school.
Okay. Well, they have sleepovers even in high school. So
I do. There's a few people.
Oh, they came to the house.
No, I spent the night at Sierra's house.
Okay, that was the exception to the rule. Who else?
Savannah. I don't like to go anywhere. Ashley, I stayed at Ashley's house.
Okay. But you didn't sleep over. And then she called in the middle of the night to come get her. I did sleep over. Very rarely, but okay.
That's because I don't like sleeping over. Sydney's.
Yeah, okay.
But these are people's parents that you know
as you got older too.
On an intense level.
Uh-oh. Somebody here.
Your son, he asked if we ordered something, he would pick it up. I forgot to respond.
We didn't order anything. Sorry. But I am hungry. Okay, so no sleepovers. I didn't really have friends, so my mother didn't. Only shout out to Tara. She was my only real friend, and we slept. I don't know if I really slept at her house, to be honest. Maybe once or twice, but
we're gonna work on our lighting in our next video, guys.
Yeah, it's because of where we're sitting. We should have said we're not in our normal spot. That's what it is.
I was lazy.
Yeah, we didn't want to go, and it's hot. That sun is sunning over there.
You see it,
but it may not look as bad as it does right now. So don't.
Maybe we can make it brighter.
Yeah, it'll be fine. We're gonna make it work.
Okay.
So anyway, back to generational things we pass down. Cooking, cleaning.
Everybody has to cook.
Everybody. You see a need, feel a need. That did not used to be my house. I will be honest. I have done probably most women, unfortunately, in traditional settings.
I'm going to teach my kids how to cook young and get on a schedule. Maybe every other week they cook a meal once a week so they know how to cook when they're older. I'm gonna do, if somebody cooks, one person cleans it up, another person does the dishes.
Yeah, we didn't do that in this house.
And we're suffering now.
But we're getting it together. We're getting it together. We're getting it together. But I agree. It should be, wait, you shake your head
I
no?
don't think so.
We are. Oh, we're getting it together. Things changing around here. I am at the core belief now, when you see a need, you feel a need. It doesn't matter what that need is. It doesn't matter what gender you are. In this house, how I feel is if you see a need, you feel a need. For example, you see the trash needs to be taken out, take the trash out. You see dishes need to be washed, wash the dishes. The burden of a home, I don't think should be on one person. But I will say, no, I'm lying. I can't say I watched my mother do all the cooking and cleaning. I would say all the cooking for sure. My dad was a neat freak, so he helped. He did a lot, not helped. He contributed to the household a lot. So I can't say that was like tradition for us, but yeah. What about y'all? Well, you already said kind of what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
You guys start early, make it. Now I did. Y'all do know how to. Y'all know how to cook and clean because everybody
You don't like our
it.
cleaning though.
But you know what though? I'm to the. I didn't. I used to expect perfection. I used to expect them out of me, and it would frustrate me. Oh my god! Like I caused my own pain and anxiety. I'm owning that now. I don't really care. I mean, I care as long as it's clean, but it doesn't have to be pristine like I want it. But yeah, you're right. I was harsh. And it's funny because I mean my mother, we every Sunday you got up. Saturday, Sunday, you got up, you clean. You heard that music, you knew. But
Yeah, it was the music.
I feel like we started that way in our house, and then somewhere down the road I'll be honest, I rebelled against my own mother, who was like, your kids ain't gonna be able to do nothing because you don't make them do nothing. And I was like, I'm gonna show you. I mean, they know how to do it. Do they always?
No.
Eh,
We're working on it.
it's
Well, I'm working on it. I can't speak for somebody else.
yeah, I was gonna say we only speak for ourselves. But anyway, so that's another tradition. I just feel like having a clean house is important. It doesn't have to be, what's the word? Pristine, perfect. I don't care if there's a dish or two in the sink, but it can't be 14 dishes in the sink.
Not 14.
And they can't be there for like
When was
3,
there
4
14
days.
forks?
We don't even own forks because they get thrown in the trash.
Because of
That was one time they saw that I threw a fork away, and it somehow I become the culprit of the forks missing.
I think it was 2.
Anybody else have forks missing in their house? Because we have like 3 in ours.
But we keep spoons.
Yeah, we have and knives.
I don't understand.
We have 1,000 knives, 1,000 spoons, and got like 3 forks. Anybody else have that experience?
And then we have the super large forks, and then we have the very tiny forks.
I mean, they like this little.
It's
and
crazy.
We use them too, sadly, but we do.
When we run out of forks. Out of our 3 forks.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. But yeah, tell us in the comments. Anybody else lose forks in their house? Because we seem to a lot. All right. Any other traditions?
Bedtime.
I wasn't.
You weren't strict on bedtime.
No. TV's in the room.
They have a TV in the room.
They probably won't watch. Y'all never watch TV.
I don't care about TV.
Yeah, they had TVs in their room. And I remember my mother used to say, them having TVs in their room, they ain't going to be able to sleep.
I was knocked.
They were not into TV. I'm not going to lie. I needed a TV. I used to be scared of the dark. Shout out to anybody else who was scared of the dark. And so my TV, you see that?
What?
There's something flying. I don't know.
Yes.
My TV was my comfort. But now I prefer the dark and the silence.
like it for background music. Yeah. Like background noise. I don't watch
electronics. That's not something I had an issue with.
I'm probably going to... I remember that one day you did have an issue. I was up on the phone until like 2 a.m. and you came upstairs and you were like, you've got to be kidding me. And you were mad. You're like, turn it off. Because I was on the phone with Jared probably.
Oh, God.
And then, you know what's crazy? That next day I didn't wake up on time and Dad came in pissed.
See? There was a reason we said not to be on the phone till 2 a.m.
But my alarm just didn't go. It was just a coincidence. Because I have no problem getting up. I'll get up on my own. But My alarm didn't go off that day.
Yeah, we never had issues with them waking up, getting their clothes ready, like basic stuff. Y'all did that.
We
Um,
were that. No, just kidding.
they were. I can't complain about stuff like that every day. Going to school, I never.
Because I used to panic when I didn't wake up on time. Remember when I used to have to walk or I would miss my bus? Like stuff like that makes me anxious.
That's fair. That's fair.
And then I'll call them crying and they'll be like, okay, calm down. We'll get you to school. I'm like, okay.
That I didn't realize that really made you that anxious.
Mom, I used to call you crying.
I know, but I didn't. Hindsight didn't realize like how impactful that was to you. Oh, need a hug.
You don't need a hug, Mom.
Give me a hug
oh,
anyway.
Goodness.
I'm sorry. Oh, we look cute though. Anyway,
That was better lighting. No, just kidding.
right. I don't know what's up with the lighting. What else?
I don't know, but in the comments, if y'all have one that y'all want to discuss,
Oh yeah, let us know.
drop them down in the comments. Don't be scared.
Family, the value of family. That's something we didn't talk about.
I want to be a big family oriented.
I feel like my family was that way till we all moved from New York. I think once we moved from New York, everybody kind of dispersed. And we were close at the beginning, but then, yeah. But yes, I was very, very intentional on you and your brother being close.
That's why there's two of us.
That's no.
Whoa.
There's a third. You didn't know?
Please
No,
keep them far away from me.
That is a joke.
One is enough.
Oh,
hey, I love my one, but he's enough.
Yeah.
You're enough.
Y'all funny. Y'all funny. But yeah, that's important. And my family was very important to my mother. I will say that. She tried so hard. Shout out to her.
Having a lot of kids too.
Yeah. Yeah, 8 of them mofos.
That's crazy.
Mm-mm.
I want 4. I wanted 3, but you always said no odd numbers.
I don't like odd numbers.
And then I said 4, and I said my max is 6.
Okay. She thinks she having 6. Wait till after that first one. No, I'm just.
I
can't say that. I mean, if you're in a good place,
if I'm starting that
how
late,
you gonna be a medical ER surgeon,
I said ER
physician with 6 kids?
Hey, they're gonna be taking care of them. They're gonna have the freshest uniform out there.
Okay, but what about their mental?
I'm gonna be there.
Not if you.
I'm gonna have my own private practice. I make my own schedule. On period.
On period. Okay. Well, you have fun. I am going to be the best. I'm not going to tell y'all what my name is. I already have it written in my book because people be trying to steal stuff, but I already have my name because I'm not going to be nobody's grandma.
Ooh.
No offense to anybody that's grandma, but I'm just not. So I already have my name.
I'm just not.
I'm already semi-retired. So yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Not semi-retired.
I mean, because I'm retired from public education, but I'm still in education. So I say semi. I'm not ready to retire.
Okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I enjoy this life, but I want to still be productive in contributing to my community. Doesn't have to be a 9 to 5.
I was about to say, it doesn't have to be paid either. Why don't you try some volunteering?
I am.
No, I'll get you a check.
Get that check. No.
Get that check.
Shout out to Reframed Consulting. That is my consulting business that have started. I have launched already. If you are in education,
I have the hiccups.
What color is a peanut?
Purple.
Mm-mm. Try again.
Okay.
What color is a peanut?
Silver.
Did they go away?
I think so.
Let's see. If you get the hiccups, or if somebody get the hiccups, ask them what color is a peanut. Allegedly, that distracts them and the hiccups go away. But we'll see. Have you had one?
Mm-mm. I'm doing good over here.
We'll see if it works. But anyway, so what I will say overall, as far as traditions and generational wisdom, is that I personally will always take heed, I don't know if that's the word, to the things that my mother and father passed down to me that are healthy. Because there's been some unhealthy things that have been passed down. We ain't really talk about the unhealthy stuff. Um, Lack of communication, lack of having a voice, not intentionally, but stay in a child's place. Okay, yeah, I agree with that, but there's some instances where you're wrong as the adult. But anyway, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
But as far as respecting people, respecting family, loving family, valuing family,
My kids do not have to say yes, ma'am, or no, ma'am.
oh no, my kids never had to say that.
But
either.
you do have to answer respectfully. There's no what.
Yeah, no what? Like I don't care if you say yeah. Now I'm not gonna lie, that was not the case when they were growing up. Now I'm gonna be a different kind of grandma. I'm just saying. But yeah, like this, y'all look up yes sir and yes ma'am, and the context and the origin of that. You won't make your kids say it either.
Maybe
Maybe you're right. If you're watching this, I'm just.
I can't.
But yes, being respectful. I do feel like there are some things that developmentally kids don't need to be aware of. So keeping those spaces sacred and safe.
Oh, I have to sneeze.
Uh-oh. Bless you. Did you see how she used the elbow and not the hand?
I'm screaming.
Because
one of my coworkers consider I'm an EMT and work with paramedics and stuff.
So you think hygiene is important?
Yes.
Yeah, not to everybody.
Sneezing in your hands diabolical. Unless you just go wash your hands, but still
immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately.
But there's no point in sneezing in your hands, so you don't even have to do that.
Mm-mm. So here's what I want to leave with. Is there some particular quote, saying, mantra, wisdom that I have passed down to you that you're going to continue to live with? And then I'm going to share.
Keep your head on a swivel.
Is that it? Dang, you didn't even think about it.
That's it. Everywhere you go, no matter who you're with.
Keep your
and
head
don't
on
always
swivel.
trust the people you're with.
Trust
and if you go out with somebody, you leave with that person.
Okay. Mine is from my mother is you teach people how to treat you.
Oh, I like that one.
I didn't understand that until probably the last 5 years of my life. But yeah, you do teach people how to treat you. And I take heed to that. Another one is what you do today will always affect your tomorrow, whether that's good or bad. Every choice you make today will inherently affect your tomorrow.
Yep.
So I kind of live with those two. And then trust your gut.
And show me who your friends are and I'll tell you who you are. I do.
That was not a mantra you learned from us.
Well, I learned it. I didn't say
from me.
Oh, my bad.
No, I'm just playing. That's a good one, though.
I didn't really believe it growing up because I was like, my friends could be the worst people, but I know who I am. But after a while, you adopt some of the things they do.
I agree. And I used to feel the same way too. Like, I'm my own person. You can't influence me. Oh yeah, people influence you. There's a good book I'm listening to. It's called Let Them. And shout out to Bella for telling me to read that book. But people impact you in ways that you don't even realize. Like one of the stories she shared in the book is that these people work together, and every day one of the people get up and go for a walk after lunch. Never said anything to the other person. Never said, "Hey, you should come join me." And then one day, that other person started going for walks afterward. And that person would see, they would come in, they would chipper, they were more productive. Never said a word, but just by doing it, that person. So yes, I agree, and that could go the other way. It could be something negative. So yeah, show me who your friends are. Show you who we are. I agree with that. Anything else?
Oh, I think that was a good ending point.
Okay, y'all. So on that note, don't forget to do what?
Like, comment, subscribe. Comment if you have something similar, like traditions you're breaking, sayings you got from your parents. Just comment based on the topic of this video of generational wisdom. Like, because we are trying to promote us, and subscribe so you get notifications when we post.
Yes. And this will be on our feed on Sunday at 12 p.m.
Yes.
Thank y'all for watching. We love y'all. Have a great rest of y'all day.
I don't do it.